Hi-ho, good neighbor. We're back with Chapter 9, The Thing, from our Magic Treehouse afternoon on the Amazon. Jack and Annie climbed into the treehouse. Peanut was sitting on a stack of books. Annie patted Peanut's little head. "Thanks," she said softly. "I have to write some notes about the rainforest," said Jack. "You find the Pennsylvania book." Annie began searching for the Pennsylvania book, the book that always took them home. Jack pulled out his notebook. He had written a lot of notes here, but all he had written so far was "the rainforest is." "It's not here," said Annie. "What?" said Jack. He glanced around the treehouse. Annie was right. The book was gone. "Was it here before we left home?" said Jack. "I don't remember," said Annie. "Oh, man, now we can't get back to Frog Creek." "That means we'll be here with the vampire bats come out," said Annie. Something came flying through the treehouse window. "Ah!" Jack and Annie hid their heads. Thud. Something hit the floor. A red fruit. Jack looked up. The monkey was sitting in the window. His head was cocked to one side. He seemed to be grinning at them. "You're safe," said Annie. "Thanks for saving us," said Jack. The monkey just grinned. "I have just one question for you," said Annie. She pointed to the fruit. "Why do you keep throwing those at us?" The monkey grabbed the fruit. "No, don't throw it," said Jack. He ducked. But the monkey didn't throw it. He held it out to Annie. He moved his lips as if he were trying to say something. Annie stared into the monkey's eyes. He moved his lips again. "Wow, I understand now." "Understand what?" said Jack. Annie took the fruit from the monkey. "This is it. The thing we need." "What thing?" said Jack. "One of the special things we're supposed to find for Morgan, to free her from the spell." "Are you sure?" said Jack. Before Annie could answer, Jack saw the Pennsylvania book. "Look, our book," he said, pointing. "We found the thing, and now we can find the book." "That's the way it works, remember?" Jack nodded. Now he did remember. The ninja master said they wouldn't be able to find the book until they found what they were looking for. The monkey screeched with laughter. Jack and Annie looked at him. He was clapping his hands together. Annie laughed with him, too. "How did you know to give that to us?" she said. Who told you to do that?" The monkey just waved at Jack and Annie. He turned and swung out of the tree. "Wait," said Jack, looking out the window. Too late. The monkey was gone. It vanished below the treetops. "Goodbye," said Annie. A happy screech came from a mysterious world below. Jack sighed. He picked up his notebook again. "The Amazon rainforest is..." He had to write something before he left. He added quickly, "amazing." He put away his notebook. Annie picked up the Pennsylvania book. "Now it's really time to leave," she said. She turned to the picture of Frog Creek Woods. "I wish we could go there," she said, pointing to the picture. The wind started to blow. The leaves began to tremble. The house began to spin. It spun faster and faster, and then everything was still. Absolutely still. Chapter 10. Halfway there. Squeak! Jack opened his eyes. Peanut was on the treehouse windowsill. "We're home," said Annie. Jack breathed a sigh of relief. Annie held up the fruit in the afternoon light. "What exactly is this?" she said. "Maybe it's in the book," Jack answered. He pulled out the rainforest book. He flipped through the pages. He came to a picture of the red fruit. "Here it is," he said. And he read out loud, "The mango has a sweet taste, sweeter than that of a peach." "Mango, said Annie. She brought the fruit closer to her lips. "Hey," said Jack, grabbing the mango, "we have to put it in with the moonstone." Jack placed the mango on the M carved on the floor, next to the clear moonstone. "Moonstone, mango," whispered Annie. It sounded like a spell. "We're halfway there," said Jack. 2 more to go. "Then we can free you, Morgan," Annie called, as if Morgan were nearby. "How do you know she can hear us?" cried Jack. "I just feel it," said Annie. "Oh, brother," said Jack. "We need more proof than that." Squeak! Peanut was looking at Jack and Annie. "We have to leave you now," said Jack. Squeak! "Can't we take her with us?" said Annie. "No," said Jack. "Mom won't let us keep a mouse in the house. She doesn't like mice, remember?" "How could anyone not like a mouse?" said Annie. Jack smiled. "How could anyone not like a spider?" he said. "That's different," she said, patting Peanut's head. "Bye," she said. "Wait for us here. We'll be back tomorrow." Jack patted the mouse too. Bye, Peanut. Thanks for your help. Squeak. Jack put the rainforest book back on top of the book about ninjas. Then he pulled on his backpack and Annie and him left the treehouse. They climbed down the rope ladder and stepped onto the ground. They started walking through Fall Creek woods. Leaf shadows danced in the light. Birds called out. These woods are very different from the rainforest, Jack thought. There's no jaguars or army ants here, he said. No little monkeys. You know, that monkey was never being mean. He was just trying to give us that mango. I know. Actually, nothing was being mean. The army ants were just marching. That's what the army ants do. The piranhas were just being piranhas, said Annie. And the snake was just being a snake. The crocodile was just being a crocodile. And the jaguar was just taking care of her baby. Annie shuddered. I still don't love bugs, she said. You don't have to love them. Just leave them alone and they won't bother you. In fact, that's true about the whole rainforest, he thought. Everyone should just leave it all alone. Who cares if the bugs don't have names, he said softly. They know who they are. Jack and Annie stepped out of the Frog Creek woods and they started walking up their street. It was lit with the golden light. Race you, said Annie. And they took off running. They ran across the yard. They raced up the steps. Safe, they shouted together, tagging their front door. And this ends Afternoon on the Amazon. I hope you enjoyed the story as much as I did, and we'll be back next time to read a new one. Bye-bye.